You know, I I don't even know what to say right now. This is one of the rare times I come in front of this camera, in front of this microphone, and I just don't even know what to say. You know, I'll start by saying this, actually. I don't know what to say, and I do. Bro, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. It's 1:11 to be exact. Like, I'm so exhausted, bro. I'm exhausted for multiple reasons. Like, first of all, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I've been almost up for 24 hours. Like, we're approaching 24 hours that I've been up. Like, I'm so tired right now. So that's one. I'm so tired I can't even talk right. I can't talk normally. Please bear with me. Like, I'm going through it right now, dude. This is all to say, like, I'm feeling a bunch of different emotions right now. One of them is exhaustion from the fact that I've been up for almost 24 hours. Another part of exhaustion is the fact that, like, you would be too after watching this game. Like, I'm sure every Tigers fan is just exhausted because it's 1 o'clock in the morning and just from watching this baseball game. Like, the roller coaster of emotions and stress that this game had me on and had us on. Like, bro, like, I just want to go to bed, bro. I'm exhausted because it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm exhausted after watching a game like that and losing a game like that. Not just watching this game, losing that game too, obviously doesn't have me feeling great right now either. So that's one or two of the main things that I'm feeling right now after this game. Another thing I'm feeling right now is just heartbroken. Absolutely heartbroken, man. You not only lost this game, which would have hurt to lose, period, in the postseason. Like, if this was a game 1 loss, game 2, game 3, game 4, like, it would have hurt, period. But it especially hurts right now because this ended our season. To lose this game, that instant classic, to lose that game, and that's how our season ends, it's brutal, man. Absolutely brutal. Like I said, I'm heartbroken. This team drove me nuts. This team drove me nuts throughout the last, like 2 months at this point, They drove us nuts. They drove me nuts. I nearly turned into the Joker at multiple points in September and October. Like, this team gave me so many headaches, and there were so many times where man, this team, I don't even know how to say it, man. I really don't. Like I said, you need to bear with me because the game obviously just ended. There's so many things going through my head right now, and I'm tired and stressed out, and what I'm trying to say here, man, is this team was a ginormous pain in my ass for a long time. And they were a pain in our ass too, man. But that doesn't mean I'm not heartbroken right now that our season's over. And we fell short of our ultimate goal, obviously, of winning the World Series. And, taking a step towards that and advancing to the ALCS. I'm feeling a lot of things right now, man. I'm exhausted because it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm exhausted after watching a game like that and losing that heartbreaking way in this game. And I'm heartbroken with this loss and just the fact that our season is now over. There's a lot to talk about, man. There is a lot to talk about, so let's waste no time. Let's get right into it. First of all, please give me a quick second to take care of some business, and then we will talk about this loss and what is next for the Tigers as we go into this offseason. First of all, I want to thank the sponsor of this video, Michigan-based Roast Number Coffee. I actually want to give a big thank you to them because I've said it multiple times. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Like, it's so late that I need to drink. I'm not even exaggerating just for the for the money. No, like, I'm being serious. I need to drink some coffee to get me through this game. 2 cups to be exact. So thank you, Rose Stubber, for helping me get through this mess. Visit our website, roaststubber.com. Link is in the description below. Hot coffee, cold brews, chocolate. A lot of you already know the routine by now. Visit the website. If you want to make an order, you can always save some money by using my code TonyD. Thank you, Rose Stubber, for sponsoring this video and for keeping me awake to make this one as well. I'm sure I'm going to need at least one more cup to edit and upload this as well. So yeah, shout out Rose Stubber, and if you can all please do me a favor, I am begging you. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I am exhausted in more ways than one. I am stressed out. I want to cry so bad. I want to cry so bad. I'm suffering, if you can't tell. For more reasons than one. I am suffering right now. Our season just ended in the most heartbreaking way. Please hit like. Please hit subscribe. It will put a smile on my face when there's not going to be a smile on my face for a while with regards to this baseball team, with our season being over and with the way our season ended with losing this game. So please hit like. Please hit subscribe. Saying I would really appreciate it. Like, I don't think you understand. Like, when I say I would really appreciate it if you do those things, I mean it. I would appreciate it if you hit like and subscribe. It will put a smile on my face when I'm not going to have a smile on my face with this baseball team for a long time. So, yeah, please hit like, hit subscribe, share with your friends, leave a comment. I would appreciate it, man. We're in this together, Tiger fans. We're in this together. All right, that takes care of the quick business I need to take care of. Let's talk about this. I'll start with this. I'm a good sport. I try to be a good sport to the best of my ability. Unless we're playing like a rival at that point, then I really don't care. But if it's not against a rival, I try to be a good sport. So Seattle, if there are any Seattle fans watching this one, I tip my cap to you guys. That was an incredible series. Like, if you were just not even a Tigers or Mariners fan, if you were just a baseball fan watching all 5 games of this series, like, man, that was incredible baseball. And especially this game 5. Oh, dude, like, there's part of me that, like, the baseball fan inside me, not even the Tigers fan, the baseball fan is like, God, that was so good. That was so good, man. That was absolute chaos. That was chaos, bro. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that in my life with this Tigers team. I don't know, bro. That was crazy. Like, off the top of my head, I can't remember anything that crazy with regards to anything I've ever seen the Tigers play. Like, that was one of the craziest games, if not the craziest game I've ever seen my baseball team have. And from a pure baseball standpoint, that was incredible. This game was incredible. This series was incredible. And, like, listen, man, this isn't like, like last year, for example, when we lost to Cleveland in Game 5 of the DS. Like, this isn't like that where, like, it makes me sick to my stomach to see Cleveland move on and beat us. Like, I'm not sick to my stomach or anything like that. I don't have any beef with Seattle. This team is really good, man. Really, really good. Really complete. They've got it all. The offense, superstar power, the power itself, offense, starting pitching, bullpen. Like, this is all to say, Seattle, I tip my hat to you guys. T-Mobile Park was a real home field advantage in these playoffs. I tip my cap to you guys. Again, if there are any Seattle fans watching this one, I tip my cap. One incredible game, one incredible series. I have no beef with you guys. It's not like Cleveland, where I'd be sick to my stomach seeing the Guardians beat us or something like I did last year in the DS. Like, no, I'm not sick to my stomach. Well, I am, because my team just lost, but I'm not sick to my stomach to see Seattle move on, if that makes any sense. It probably doesn't. Bear with me, please. This is all to say, man. Seattle, congratulations. Best of luck against Toronto in the ALCS. But as for the Tigers, man, the glasses got to come off, bro. Oh. It's over. It's over. This roller coaster of a season, this roller coaster of a postseason is over. Oh, man. Let me first of all talk about this game, this loss, and then we'll talk about like the roller coaster of a season that we just saw this team have and the roller coaster we went on with this team as well. So with regards to this loss, I mean, yeah, dude, like it was crazy. Again, man, it was one of the craziest, if not the craziest game I have ever seen my baseball team have. Our baseball team have. Like, I don't know if I've ever seen anything more crazy than that, bro. There were so many times where I thought it was over on both sides. The Tigers, which we'll talk about it here, they had so many missed opportunities. That is something that has haunted us throughout the postseason and throughout the regular season collapse, but especially in the postseason, missed opportunities offensively. There were so many times we could have put this game away, and we didn't. And likewise, Seattle. There were so many times where I thought it was over. There were so many missed opportunities on both sides. I can't even remember like what the exact inning was and what the exact situation is, you know? All I can remember is like, you know, when Cater looked like he was falling apart there, and what was that, the 12th inning maybe, whenever that was, and then when Jack came into the game and couldn't literally throw a strike, like I thought this game was over, and then somehow this game was like a battle of cockroaches, like we just couldn't die. Neither of us could die, bro. It was insane, man. Oh, and to be on the losing end of it, oh, it sucks so much, bro. It sucks so much, man. It's 1:23 in the morning, and we're talking about a loss right now. It would feel so much better if we were talking about a crazy-ass win. It hurts so much, man. Not just because our season ended, but to lose that game, it sucks so much. Yeah, so many missed opportunities. Again, there were so many missed opportunities that I can't even remember all of them. I can't remember all of them. You know, there was the ones I at least can remember. There was the 8th inning. 2 on 2 out for Riley Green, who popped out there to end the inning. Riley Green, by the way. Riley Green, Spencer Torkelson, Cole Keith are 3, 4, 5 hitters tonight. Not good. Not good whatsoever. But yeah, going back to the original point I was going to make here. That was one of the major missed opportunities. 11th inning is another one. Carey gets on to start the inning and then gets to second base on a pass ball by Cal Rowley, which never happens. Never happens, dude. Carey's on second with nobody out to start the inning, and you don't score him. Again, that's another situation where our 3, 4, 5 hitters did nothing there. Well, Riley was intentionally walked, but then Torque flied out, and then Colt struck out, unfortunately. Like, another major missed opportunity. And then the 12th inning, I don't need to explain that one. Like, we all know what happened in that inning. That was when, you know, that was the inning and the missed opportunity that I kind of knew to myself, all right, if we didn't score there, maybe we're just not meant to win this game. Like, like seriously, bro. If we don't score there, when especially it's Zach and Dingler and Parker who are doing stuff for you, then we're just not meant to win this game, man. I guess we're just not meant to win this game. So, yeah, this is all to say, ladies and gentlemen, obviously something that has haunted us in the regular season collapse, and especially in October. So many missed opportunities. We had so many opportunities to score just one run to put this game away. And there's more opportunities than the ones I just mentioned. Those are just the ones that pop up into my head right now. But yeah, like there were so many opportunities. So many effing opportunities to put this game away. And here we are talking about a loss to end our season. Again, man, that haunted us in the regular season collapse and haunted us in October. We had so many opportunities all October and to close the regular season to score a lot more runs than we did, and we didn't. That was really the case tonight. If you just hit it, we failed to get the big hit for a long time. The regular season collapse, and especially October, that's something that again, I don't mean to repeat myself here, but seriously, that's something that always haunted us, bro. We could never get that big hit, and that was especially the case tonight, man. If you get the big hit in one of those opportunities, just one of those opportunities, you get one big hit and score just one run, maybe we're talking about going to Toronto right now. But here we are. Missed opportunities on offense. Just completely killed this team, dude. It hurt us in the regular season, and it hurt us especially in October. Absolutely brutal. And then the pitching. Dude, pitching-wise, they gave you everything. They gave you everything. We'll talk about Tarik in a minute here. But, yeah, Tarik, I'm not going to include Finnegan and Holden. But Tarik, Will Vest, Troy Melton came into this game again and delivered. Caden Montero got out of that jam and pitched 2 scoreless innings. Jack Flaherty came out of the bullpen, and it was a little shaky, but he threw 2 scoreless innings out of the bullpen as well. Like, the bullpen was giving you everything. The defense was giving you everything they possibly could, man. Like, the Clippers unloaded there pitching-wise, which it's a winner-take-all Game 5. Like, that was obviously going to be the case on both sides. That's exactly what you saw. The Clip, pitching-wise, was unloaded on both sides. You saw it right there from the Tigers, and they were giving you everything. And for it to end there with Tommy Kahnle in the 15th inning, just so poetic, because that's the season it's been for Tommy. You know, it started off great, but just completely went down the cliff. And it sucks because, I love Tommy, like, personally. Tommy just seems like such a great guy. And you hear guys in the clubhouse talk about him like he seems like a great clubhouse guy. He seems like such a great, like, goofball. Because I'm a dinosaur. Like, dude, I love Tommy, dude. It breaks my heart. But when Tommy came into this game there in the 15th inning, I think we all knew deep down what was about to happen. Even I knew it. Even though, personally, I love Tommy, dude. Like, you just knew what was going to happen there. And that's exactly what happened, because that's the season it's been for Tommy, man. You just knew what was going to happen, and that's exactly what happened. Just brutal. Absolutely brutal. Moving on to some of the positives of this game, even though our season just ended, like, you have to mention Tarik, first of all. Tarik was phenomenal, dude. Like, sure, the pitch count got a little high early. Like, Seattle was working him throughout his start tonight. But, dude, phenomenal. He was breaking MLB postseason records. Most consecutive strikeouts in the postseason game was 7. The most strikeouts in a winner-take-all postseason game ever as well. Like, isn't that what they said on the broadcast and what was floating around on social media? It happened so long ago, I can't even remember. But, like, yeah, man, he was breaking MLB postseason records. 6 innings, just the 1 run, 2 hits, no walks, 13 strikeouts. Tarik was phenomenal. Tarik was absolutely awesome, man. Kerry Carpenter. Kerry Bonds. Reach base 6 times tonight. 6, dude. 6. 4 hits with the homer and 2 walks. I saw another stat floating around on social media tonight. Like, when he reached base the 5th time, that was the most a player has reached base and hit a homer in a winner-take-all game since Babe Ruth. That's incredible company, dude. That's incredible company for Kerry Bonds. Kerry, he's another one. Call him AJ Styles because he was also phenomenal tonight. In a game in which, we talked about it earlier, where we're so frustrated with particularly Riley and Torque not coming through for us tonight, can't be mad at Kerry. Cannot be mad at Kerry. He was giving us everything in this game. That go-ahead homer he hit in this spot, the 2-run homer off a lefty. Dude, I had goosebumps during that moment, man. Yeah, can't be mad at Kerry. We can be mad at Riley and Torque. Can't be mad at Kerry. He gave us everything tonight, man. Shout out to Kerry Bonds. Shout out to Kerry. And, he we've had our issues offensively. We've had our angry moments as fans with this Tigers offense during the regular season collapse, and especially October. Carey's not part of that. Carey was awesome this postseason. Javi's another one. I know there were some times where Javi, he could have delivered there. He played part in some of those missed opportunities throughout this game tonight that we talked about. But Javi's another one, though. Javi, I don't include him in the issues that we had offensively, particularly in October. Like Carey and Javi, exclude them. You exclude them. They were both, I thought, fantastic in this postseason for the Tigers. I know I'm not going to be the only Tigers fan that thinks that way. Everyone else, though, yeah, not great. You can be mad at everyone else offensively, I feel like, but not Carey and Javi. Shout out to those two for being the only two really offensively that showed up for the Tigers in this postseason. But, yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the positives to take out of this Game 5 heartbreaking loss for the Tigers, for sure. So now, obviously, our season is over, and, you know, the main thing that comes into my mind when I think about the fact that our season is over, just what a weird year. What a weird year. You know, it's a complete different feeling than I had last year personally following the Game 5 loss in Cleveland. Like, when we lost in Cleveland last year in Game 5, I also felt a lot of different emotions that night, that day, whatever. I was heartbroken. I was disgusted to see Cleveland beat us and they were moving on. But I was also, like, after, I don't know how to describe it. Like, after we lost that game, one of the feelings I had was like, man, what a run that was. Which it's true, like, what a run that 2024 Tigers team went on, obviously. You know, after that Game 5 loss, even though I was heartbroken and disgusted to see that Cleveland beat us, me personally, and I know it's not just me, I was like, man, I love this team so much. What a run that we just went on. What a historical run we just went on. It sucks to see it end right here, but I love this team so much. I'm so thankful that I got to see the Tigers go on this run. I'm so thankful to see this team back in October, postseason baseball. They won a series. Like, what a season, Tigers. It started off rough, but that second half run that we went on, what a season. What a run. I love this team so much. It's a completely different feeling right now. I'm not going to lie to you. We went from that to right now where the biggest feeling I have following our season being over is like, lack of a better term, like, what the hell was that? Like, honestly, last year the feeling was like, what a run we went on, what a team, and now it's like, what the hell was that, bro? what a weird year, man. Like, just such a roller coaster. You start the season so hot, you know, April and May, you start the season just red hot, looking like maybe not just one of the best teams, maybe the best team in baseball, you know? And then from June to August, you just play so mid. Like, you're still winning games, but you're also losing a lot of games at the same time, too. Just so mid. After the hot start, you played so middle of the road, middle of the pack from June to, like, August. Doing nothing on the trade deadline also didn't help you. So, you know, that was the middle part of the season. And then obviously September, we know what happened there in September. The historic collapse. You lose the division to Cleveland. The vibes could not be worse going into October. You back into the postseason after losing the division to Cleveland. You had multiple double-digit leads on the Guardians that you blew. They win the division. You back in as a wild card. Not because of the way you played, but because of the Houston Astros somehow being worse than you, you know? So, like, you back into the postseason, the vibes couldn't be worse, and then we win the series in Cleveland, and then we win Game 1 in Seattle, and the vibes are so high, dude. The vibes started high in April and May, and then they went kind of, you know, middle of the road in August, in June to August, and then they went down in September, but then they went back up after the wild card series win in Cleveland and winning game 1 in Seattle, and then the Seattle series is just when the vibes went up up and down. They started high with the game 1 win. They got middle of the road after the game 2 loss, and then they just went after the game 3 loss. But then they won game 4. They went all the way back up, and then here we are talking about the season being over after we lost that heartbreaker tonight in game 5. This is all to say, man, again, what a weird year. What the hell was that? The vibes just... what a roller coaster, man. What a roller coaster of a season for this baseball team. And as I said in the beginning of the video, they drove us nuts. They drove me nuts multiple points, especially in September and October. But man, I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. Well, I shouldn't say that. Obviously, I would prefer that we would be that team we saw in April and May throughout the rest of the season, But, at the same time, when I say I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world, I mean, I would much rather prefer to be in the postseason, talking about postseason baseball for our Tigers, and I wouldn't want to be a fan of any other team. I would not trade this. Being a fan of the Tigers, rocking this old English D, being here in Detroit, Michigan, being a Detroit sports fan, I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. This team can drive me crazy. They can drive us crazy. They can, make us pull our hair out and just stress us the hell out. But, man, I love this team so much. This team as in, the Tigers, the 2025 Tigers, they're going to go down as one of the more frustrating teams that we've seen in a while, I love this team as in the Detroit Tigers. That's what I mean, man. They can drive us crazy, but I wouldn't trade for anything in the world. As in, I wouldn't trade being a Tigers fan for anything in the world. You know what I'm trying to say? I hope that kind of makes sense. Again, it's now 1:41 as I record right now, so bear with me. I hope what I just said in my very exhausted state and heartbroken state makes a little bit of sense. And now we go into the offseason. We go into the winter with a lot of questions, and we need to make a lot of moves to upgrade this baseball team. We need everything, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. We need everything. Offense, pitching, both starting and bullpen. We really do need everything. First of all, offensively. Offense. Yeah, we need offense for sure. We talked about in this video, and we know as Tiger fans, it haunted us in the regular season collapse. It haunted us, especially in October, the lack of getting that big hit. We need at least a legit bat who will help us get that big hit in situations like we saw tonight, and we saw throughout October, and we saw in September to close off the regular season. We need someone who can get us that big hit. We need at least 1 or 2 legit bats in this lineup. A football analogy, I think we're missing a wide receiver 1 when we have a lot of wide receiver 2s. Even though Carey went off this postseason, I still don't think you can really consider him as one of your major bats, if that makes any sense. We have a lot of good supporting cast members. We have Carey and, Riley and Torque and Colt and Dingler and so on and so forth. We have a lot of good wide receiver 2s, wide receiver 3s, but we're missing that wide receiver 1, if that makes any sense. We need that legit bat or 2 that we could always count on to get us a big hit in spots like this, so that next October, hopefully, we're not talking about getting bounced in the DS again. We're talking about those bats, those legit bats, getting us that big hit that advances to the CS and hopefully the World Series. You know what I'm trying to say? To make a long story short, we need offense. We need 1 or 2 legit bats in this team. We need a third baseman. That's my biggest thing. We need a legit third baseman. I don't know about you. Me personally, I'm sure it's not just me, I'm done with the whole musical chairs that we were playing at third base. Colt and Zach and Andy and Matty V. We need a legit third baseman. Maybe that's Alex Bregman. Maybe it's Nolan Arenado. I have no idea who it is, but we need a legit third baseman that we can just plug into the lineup every day and never have to worry about third base unless there's an injury. Hopefully not. Knock on wood. But, like, yeah, hopefully maybe that could be the legit bat that you're talking about. But you need a third baseman. What I'm trying to say here, man, is we need a legit third baseman. I'm done with the whole musical chairs that we were playing at third base all season long. You need offense. You really need a real third baseman on this team. I think you could really benefit from upgrading the starting rotation this offseason as well. The 2026 rotation, what's that probably going to look like? Tarik, in some order, Tarik, Reese, Casey, Troy Mellon. Troy Mellon's got to get a look as a starter starting in 2026, man. I think he's ready. I think he's ready to get a look as a starter in 2026. And then Jack, yeah, you can really benefit from adding a veteran, legit starter or two to the starting rotation for 2026. And then bullpen, I mean, obviously, you need a lot bullpen-wise. You need multiple bullpen arms, multiple back-end bullpen arms. Like, this bullpen has to look a lot different in 2026. So, yeah, we're going to the offseason. We're going into the winter. Hopefully, we're going to make a lot of big moves to this team all the way around. Offense, starting pitching, bullpen. Hopefully, a lot of big moves are coming. And here's another thing with regards to the moves that we want to see the Tigers make this offseason. They can't all be moves like we saw this past offseason going into 2025. Like, they can't be small one-year deals for fine players, but not really needle movers, like Glaber and Jack, even though he was a roller coaster this year. Tommy, even though he had an up-and-down season and just lost us this game. Alds Cobb, who didn't even throw a pitch for us in 2025. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? You can't all make moves like that this offseason. You need legit needle movers on this team going into 2026. You need a needle mover or two offensively. You need, I think, another needle mover starting pitching-wise. You need a lot of needle movers in the bullpen. This is all to say, you need to make major needle-moving moves this offseason. I don't know how, I don't know who, but that's what needs to happen this winter. Because here's the harsh truth, man. Whether the front office wants to admit it or not, I think every Tigers fan, including me, knows there is a Tarik Skubal window with this team. 2026 could unfortunately very well be the last season that Tarik Skubal is in the Old English D. We need to take advantage of that. We can't just go into this winter and make little, small, non-needle moves, We need to make legit moves offensively and pitching-wise, both starter and bullpen. We need to capitalize on maybe the last year that we have Tarik Skubal, the best pitcher in the world, on our baseball team. We need to capitalize on that. We need to make legit moves all the way around to help this team get better. Not just little moves, big moves. I'm not saying to trade Kevin McGonigal and Max Clark and Jose Briseño, but like some way, somehow, you have to make legit moves on this team. To this team, you can't sign dinosaur Alex Cobb, who's about to retire, dude. Like, you have to sign legit pitchers. You have to sign legit bats. You have to maybe make a bigger push to get Alex Bregman onto this baseball team. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? In what very well could be the last season that we have the best pitcher on the planet, Tarik Skubal, on this baseball team before he leaves the free agency to get $1 billion and the moon. Like, we need to take advantage of having Tarik on this team. We need to get better. We need to build a team that should be the favorite to win the Central and should be very well equipped to make a deep October postseason run. We need to build a team with the best pitcher on the planet that is going to be very much one of the World Series favorites going into 2026. And hopefully they can play well enough throughout the entire season. Not like what we saw this year. They can play well enough throughout the 2026 season to stay one of the favorites, if not the favorite, to win the 2026 World Series. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? So yeah, it's going to be a very interesting offseason. A very interesting winner for this Tigers team. And again, like I just said, I'll say it one more time right now. Hopefully it is an offseason. Hopefully it's a winner that features a lot of big moves, a lot of major moves, a lot of, big names added to this team. Legit baseball players, offensively and pitching-wise, both starter and bullpen. Hopefully it's an offseason that there's a lot of big moves, a lot of big additions added to this Detroit Tigers team going into 2026. I guess we'll see, man. I guess we will see. Is there anything else I want to talk about with regards to this loss and with regards to the 2025 season ending and going into the winter, going into the offseason? I don't think so. I think I've got it all. Ladies and gentlemen. I know I'm running pretty long here. I apologize for that. I'm just kind of going right now. I mentioned it earlier in the video. Like, there's a lot of different thoughts going on in my head right now with regards to the loss and if the season, now that it's over, and what moves we need to hopefully make, the major moves we need to make for this team going into 2026. So yeah, my voice is also starting to go too. I don't know if you can tell right now. So I should probably wrap this video up here. I'm starting to struggle. I'm exhausted. It's now 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm struggling to speak. I'm losing my voice, especially after watching a game like that. Losing my voice. We're going long here as I just continue to, blah, 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 and talk about this baseball team. So I think this is a good point to wrap up the video. So let's do it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's wrap up the video here as I have nothing else to say with regards to this loss, this series loss to the Mariners, and the 2025 season, and the direction of this team, I guess, if you will, the questions about this team going into this offseason, this winter. We'll wrap it up here. Again, my apologies for this video kind of going on long. If you made it this far, I appreciate you so much. That's another thing I want to mention as we close out this video and close out this chapter of the 2025 season for the Detroit Tigers. We close this chapter for Tony D post-game reaction videos. Obviously, the final one for the Tigers postseason this year, and probably the final one for this 2025 Tigers season as well. Again, if you made it this far, I appreciate you so much. And for all the people that watch the videos all season long, whether you're here from the start or if you found my channel through the regular season, through the postseason, like whatever the case may be, no matter how long you watched, even if you watched for just a second or if you watched every second throughout the entire regular season and the entire postseason, I appreciate you all so much. There's only 24 hours in a day. Our time is so valuable, even though there's a lot of hours in the day. At the same time, time goes quickly, and we're all busy. We are all very busy. So the fact that you all allow me, even again, if it's just for a second, a minute, or multiple hours and multiple videos, the fact that you allow me any time of the day in your very important and busy days to sit here and just either celebrate a big Tigers win or just cry and complain and moan about this baseball team, the fact that you give me any time of the day, words cannot express how much I appreciate each and every one of you for that. I wouldn't want to be a fan of any other team other than this one right here, the Old English D, our Detroit Tigers. So, yeah, again, for following along with me throughout this entire season and the postseason especially, I appreciate and I thank each and every single one of you. I'm not going anywhere. I will be here making videos throughout the baseball offseason, throughout the Tigers offseason. Hopefully, when the Tigers make a big move or two, we will be here. I'll turn the camera on. I'll turn the mic on, the light on, all of it, and we will talk about the major move that the Tigers made. And on top of that, Piston videos are going to be coming up soon. Red Wing videos, we're going to be doing that soon as well. And, of course, Lion videos. We're in the middle of the Lions season, the NFL season. Of course, those aren't going anywhere either. We're not going anywhere, man. This is all to say we're not going anywhere. And I invite you to, hopefully keep on following along with me. Again, Lions videos, Piston videos, Wings videos, Tigers offseason videos. Like, we're not going anywhere, man. So, yeah, if you would like to continue to follow along with Tony D's Detroit Sports videos, I'd appreciate you, man. I really would. Hit like, hit subscribe. I've said I appreciate you so many times, but it's the truth, man. I really do appreciate you for following along throughout this baseball season, throughout this Tigers season. And if you continue to follow along throughout Lions, Pistons, and Red Wings, warms the heart, man. Brings a smile to my face, warms the heart. I appreciate each and every one of you. One more time, I thank you all so much for watching throughout this baseball season, throughout this Tigers season, and the postseason. Tiger fans, we'll see you all soon. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. We'll talk soon. Until then, as always, one final time of this 2025 season. Go Tigers, baby.